2017! Kingaroy, are you ready? Thank you to Speedway Sedans Australia for having faith in little old Kingaroy to put on a show of this magnitude. Thank you to all the drivers that have come from every part of the country and all their families and their crew for a tough time of year at Christmas to put on something magical. And to you, Kingaroy, the fans, and everyone at home for coming to be part of the SRE SSA National Street Stock title for 2017, and our major sponsor, Chris and Clarissa Spencer from Spencer Race Engines. You guys rock, and thanks for making it possible. Jason, it is time to make dreams happen.
Set for a dispatch here at the Lucas Oils Kingaroy Speedway in the SRE National Street Stock title for 16-17. It is all go. Good start. And Anthony Bear leads Brad McClure. John Lodge already comes up the inside. On the outside is Mark Jennings, and moving into fifth place at a rate of knots will be that of Lenny Bates. Back to Robbie Foe. It is being set at a breakneck speed. The first lap is about to be completed. What a spectacle. Out in front it's that of Anthony Bear. McClure. Lenny Bates is up to third place. Back to Jennings. Back to John Lodge in fifth. Sixth place is Robbie Foe. If you're out watching this, there's something wrong with you. This is an absolute spectacle. Out of turn 4 with 38 laps to go. It's Anthony Bear. Back then to Brad McClure. Third place is Lenny Bates. Two cars side by side of Mark Jennings and John Lodge. Back to Robbie Foe in sixth place. Seventh place at this stage is Gartner. Jamie Locke, then Jamie Oldfield, then Mick Dan as they come up to complete lap number 3. Oh, don't tell me this is going to go the distance. A long way to go yet. But it's an absolute breakneck speed, and look at the traffic jam further back in the field. Anthony Bear leads. Oh, we've got one car that's got smoke coming out, Dale Riley Jr. as they head down the back straight, out of 3 and 4 laps down, 36 to go. Bear, McClure back in third place, and using all the racetrack as they all are is Lenny Bates. The yellow lights have come on. We've got one who's spun right in front of us. That's Reese Heinrich. Not sure if there was contact. But what a helter-skelter start, 4 down and 36 to go in the national final. It's standing room only here at Kingaroy. Away and racing again. Brad McClure, what's he got for Anthony Bear? He comes underneath early, up in the western corner. Looks to level up or get underneath of Anthony Bear as they head down the back straight. Oh, and Lenny Bates nearly went through the back end of Brad McClure. And Lenny Bates has gone back to fifth. John Lodge immediately tries to get underneath the McClure. Fourth place is Robbie Foe. So the national champions are now 1, 2 and 4 and 5 with Mark Jennings there in fifth place. Back then to Jamie Locke, Stephen Gartner and Jamie Oldfield. So move down past us once again. Anthony Bear has got a little bit of a handy lead. Second place, McClure, Lodge, Foe, Bates, Jennings. Back to Jamie Locke. Jamie Oldfield is 8th. We've got a couple of cars running side by side. Jamie Oldfield's the one up high on the track, trying to make the outside work. He has got around that car. That's Stephen Gartner. So it's Anthony Bear out in front, and he is checked out. He's out by 1.7 seconds. Back to Brad McClure in second. John Lodge is third. Robbie Foe in the blue car is fourth, and underneath him in the green car is that of Lenny Bates. Behind them is the 95 champion Mark Jennings. Seventh place is Jamie Locke. Jamie Oldfield is 8th. Back in ninth place is that of Stephen Gartner, then Mick Dan and Stephen English, the Queenslander. So head down the back straight. The race leader is checked out. He's looking to win his third successive national title. Never been done before. You can throw a T-tail over the rest of them though. It's Brad McClure in second place, and here comes Robbie Foe.
He moves to third on the bottom. Look at him go, he's wheeling it in.
Well, he's gone back to fourth now, so say that. He's been passed again by John Lodge, and Lodge comes underneath McClure at the same time. So Lodge back underneath of Robbie Foe. The national champions are back in first, second and third. Oh, Stephen English has spun here in the main straight. Will he get the car mobile, or will we have a stoppage? We've got a stoppage. Around the cone, 31 laps to go. The national street stock title back underway. Anthony Bear leads Brad McClure. We've said that a few times in the last 10 years. And McClure gives him a shunt, says hurry up, as they move out of turn number 2. As they move down the back straight into 3 and 4. It's Anthony Bear by a car length from Brad McClure. Third place is John Lodge, and back to Jamie Oldfield, Lenny Bates. Jamie Oldfield, is in 6th place. Robbie Foe's in 4th. So Oldfield's starting to make his presence felt. He's up behind Lenny Bates as they move down the back straight for the 11th time.
Foley up on the inside of Lodge, Jason.
Yeah, he's gone into third, but they've gone in deep.
Oldfield around the top of Bates now. Racetrack is handy at different parts of the racetrack. Look at Oldfield pegging on the outside.
He has. He's gone the outside. Will he make it stick? It has been run at a breakneck speed, 17.707 the last lap around. It's Bear in front. They're running half track high or above. Back to McClure in second place. The national street stock title is alight. The national champions are 1, 2, 3 and 5 at the moment, and Mark Jennings, the fifth of them, is in 9th place. So the cream has risen right to the top. It's Bear by car length from Brad McClure, 3 car lengths to Robbie Foe, and back in 4th place now would be Jamie Oldfield. He is coming on.
He is flying, gets up on the inside of John Lodge now, and these two go toe-to-toe down the pit straight. Oldfield is dynamite quick on the bottom at the moment. His car's racing no matter where he puts it.
I don't know when we last had this, but 4 national champions occupy the first 4 positions on the racetrack. It's Anthony Bear out in front. The 3-time defending champion has won the last 2. Brad McClure has finished second in the last 2. Third place is Robbie Foe. He won in 13 and 14. And Jamie Oldfield won in 2005 and 2010. The man out in front, though, to go with his 3 national championships is 20 state titles as well. He comes out at turn 4, 16 down and 24 to go as Robbie Foe moves into second place. Brad McClure back to third, and Jamie Oldfield is right there with them. Back in 5th place will be John Lodge, then Lenny Bates, and then back to Jamie Locke as they come down the back straight once again. The 88 car of Nathan Barbler retires as they come out at turn 4. Look at the action for the minor placings. They're each and every way, either side, backside, front side, inside and outside of the 11 car of Robbie Foe as they go down the back straight. Jamie Oldfield comes underneath of Brad McClure as they come out at 3 and 4. The leader's checked out again. It's Jamie Oldfield now into 3rd place behind Robbie Foe as Brad McClure goes back to 4th place. It's Anthony Bear in front. Oh, trouble further back, a couple of them locked together. Mark Jennings and Andy Maxwell Jr. They sort themselves out. Out in front though, Anthony Bear comes up with 19 down and 21 to go. And here comes the 29 car. Jamie Oldfield now levels up with the Robbie Foe for 2nd and 3rd. Can Robbie Foe hold off the 29 charge from Jamie Oldfield? He started out at 9. He's moved into 2nd place at the halfway mark. We've got a car in the fence. Jared Peacock has headbutted the concrete here in turn 4. And we've got a stoppage. Well, 20 down and 20 to go. And Anthony Bear, no, it's 19 down and 21 to go when we go back a lap. It's Anthony Bear, Robbie Foe, Jamie Oldfield, Brad McClure in a dead. We're back underway. And Robbie Foe, can he catch Anthony Bear? Anthony Bear's 1-3, Foe in 2nd is 1-2, Oldfield in 3rd is 1-2, and the car in 4th place is 1-3. There's the 10 titles. Brad McClure has gone wide, and that's allowed John Lodge underneath. Halfway home in the national final.
McClure fights back on the outside. It was pretty racy. He looked like he was gone up there, Jace, but he's dialed the speed, and look at him go.
Yep, he's back in 4th place. He's got away from Lodge. Here comes Jamie Oldfield again, trying to get underneath the Robbie Foe. Couldn't quite do so. Foe knows he's there, though, no doubt about that. Out of the western corner, Anthony Bear leads by 5 car lengths with 20 22 down and 18 laps to go. Here he comes now again, Jamie Oldfield. He gets underneath of Robbie Foe, and has he got into second? Yes, he has. He's into second place. Robbie Foe will fight back. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. Robbie Foe on the outside and Jamie Oldfield the inside. And Jamie Oldfield has cleared him, got into second place. And I've also called this before. Jamie Oldfield now out after Anthony Bear. Now it's down to 3 car lengths. Oh, we're going to have a lungbuster finish coming up right now. I can see it from a mile off. Here he comes. He started out at 9. He's out after Anthony Bear. And you've got to remember, last night he got a flat tyre in his first race. He hasn't had it easy, but he's closing the gap on Anthony Bear. They've had some titanic struggles over the years, and they're having another one. They fought hammer and tongs in Kalgoorlie in 2014, and they had a couple before that, one back in the late 2000s at Mount Gambier, and they're going at it again. Another one was at Murray Bridge, and now there's a car length between them. They go out of the western corner. They've cleared everybody else. This is the main show. They've got away from everyone. They're saying, look at me, as he comes underneath, and Jamie Oldfield is nearly in front. They go up the main straight into the western corner, and Jamie Oldfield has hit the front. They come out at 3 and 4, and who can forget the title in 2010? They ran like this as well, and they tipped it in the last quarter, and Oldfield beat Bear on that occasion. But Jamie Oldfield has driven away from Anthony Bear. Up the main straight they go. This is an awesome spectacle. 13 laps to go, and Jamie Oldfield has come from position 9 to hit the front, but don't write off Anthony Bear. I said last year when he was about 3 seconds behind that he couldn't win, and look what happened, he did. And he's coming back as we speak on Jamie Oldfield, and Anthony Bear is back in front. Out of the western corner they go, and Anthony Bear takes the lead. On the outside, Jamie Oldfield's back in front. They come out at 3 and 4. They tip it in. They cross the line. The margin is 0.07 of a second. Anthony Bear on the low side. Up against the concrete wall is Jamie Oldfield. Oldfield levels up with Anthony Bear again. And Anthony Bear is back in front. There's smoke coming out of Jamie Oldfield's car. And that is it. Jamie Oldfield is out. No. He's all gone. Another one has been lost by Jamie Oldfield through mechanical problems. That will be half a dozen. What a great race it was. There's 10 to go, and Anthony Bear all of a sudden is a country mile in front. He's on his way to winning his 3rd successive national title. Back to Robbie Foe. John Lodge in 3rd place. Back in 4th is Lenny Bates. Reese Heinrich is 5th. Back to Mark Jennings, Jamie Locke, and then back to Mick Dan. Brad McClure sadly is going backwards as they come up now with 8 laps to go. Anthony Bear out in front and is cruising. Another one has gone. Oh, Robbie Foe has gone. Robbie Foe's out of the equation. So the national champions are dropping like flies. Up in 2nd place now is John Lodge. The yellow lights have come on as Steve Gartner has spun on the back straight, and we've got ourselves a stoppage with about 9 laps to go. How exciting was that, Kingaroy? But sadly, it's all over. Jamie Oldfield's out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. How about putting your hands together for an awesome drive? And what a race it was to that point. Rhino, you're down there.
I am. I'll quickly grab Jamie. The crowd's just gone nuts for you, mate. What a performance.
I'm glad I put on a show.
You certainly did, mate.
Absolutely shattered for myself, my team, Raztech, and everyone that's been a part of me getting over here. The track came up awesome for the feature. It was really racy. Had a great car, but when I stuck my nose under Barry, I had no power steering. I thought, I've got to give it a go anyway, but we got him, and then when he got back under me, I nearly stuck it in the fence, and at some point I'm going to wreck this thing if I keep going the way I'm going, so you just got to call it quits.
Yeah, hard luck, mate. Absolutely fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause for Jamie Oldfield?
Here at Kingaroy, is there another twist in the tail? Can John Lodge stay with Anthony Bear with 9 laps to go? Up into the western corner in front of this massive crowd at the showgrounds. 3rd place is that of Lenny Bates as they head down the back straight. Bear starts to open up once again, but there are podium places on the line for everybody else. So Bear leads, Lodge, Bates, Heinrich on the inside, the 2 green cars. behind them would be Jamie Locke and Mark Jennings as they come out of the western corner. It is the 46 car of Anthony Bear who leads. He'll come up with 7 laps to go in the national final for SRE and for Speedway Sedans Australia. They're running 2 and 3 wide out after him. Look at the battle for the minor placings. Second place in the national titles, not to be sneezed at. At the moment, it's John Lodge. Reese Heinrich is there on the outside. On the inside, he's on the inside, and on the outside is Lenny Bates. They come out of 3 and 4 once again. It's not over yet. Lenny Bates on the outside, Heinrich the inside. That's for 3rd and 4th. They're right behind John Lodge. They'll come up this time with 5 to go, and here comes Heinrich and Lodge either side of the blue car in the middle, which is John Lodge. So it's Heinrich, Lodge, and back then to Lenny Bates. Bates on the outside now of Lodge. This is for 3rd and 4th. An awesome battle for the minor placings, but Anthony Bear has got destiny in his hands. He's got 4 laps to negotiate to become the first driver to win 3 national titles in a row. They're 4 laps from the finish, and Reese Heinrich is still close enough. Back in 3rd place, John Lodge. On the inside is Lenny Bates. Right behind the pair of them is Jamie Locke, then Mick Dan and Mark Jennings as they head down the back straight once again. And, Reese Heinrich is closing the gap. The margin last time around was 1 second. This time around, there's a car length in it with 3 to go. And Reese Heinrich, well, he's right up behind Anthony Bear. And there's smoke coming out of Anthony Bear's car. Then 2 cars are spun. The cars are spun up there in the western corner. Oh, 2 of them have gone around. Mick Dan is one of them. Yeah. The other was Steve Gartner. And there is smoke coming out of Anthony Bear's car. The front left-hand tyre looks like it's going down. And Anthony Bear might be out.
Oh, a boil over.
Oh my goodness, what drama.
I saw it broken. Well, something's given away, or it's a flat tyre, or that's popped because it was broken. I'm not sure. I could see it unsettle as I went past the pit gate. I was about to say that Reese is absolutely reeling him in. He is looking really racy. And there's a couple of green cars. Oh, Jamie Locke getting hot in the kitchen.
Oh, Jamie Locke's more than hot. Dare I say it? Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I can guarantee Anthony Bear's not going to go off with 3 to go. I'm not writing Anthony Bear off, but if he doesn't win, we've got a new winner. He's out. He's going infield. The tyre is blown. Anthony Bear is out.
On the crowded cheered. Oh, dear.
Oh my goodness. We're going to get a new winner. Anthony Bear's car has fallen apart 3 laps from the finish, and Reese Heinrich, who was rear of field on lap 4 of 40, is in front. Lenny Bates in 2nd place as they go out of the western corner. Back to John Lodge as they head down the back straight, and Mark Jennings, 21 years after he won it before, is there now in 3rd place. They've got 2 laps to go, Kingaroy. Down the back straight they go, and Reese Heinrich is almost certainly going to win the most unlikely victory. And I don't know when we last had someone come to the back of the field in a race to win. He's got 1 lap to go. Reese Heinrich from South Australia. They're 3 wide for 2nd place. Lenny Bates, also Mark Jennings, Lodge and McClure as they go out of turn 2. But come on, Kingaroy, he's only got to negotiate the last turn. He's going to come from last to win the national title. Reese Heinrich wins. Blanket go for the minors. Bates 2nd. 3rd place goes to John Lodge. Mark Jennings is 4th, 21 years after he won it before. Brad McClure is 5th. Morris Ahern, who I hardly ever called in the race, is 6th. Stephen Gartner is 7th. Craig Buchanan and Stephen English. They are your finishers. Put your hands together for Reese Heinrich from last on lap 4 to the national champion.
Yeah, Kingaroy, please stand and applaud. What a performance. The South Australian, the Green Machine, coming on that side. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Oh, he's pumped, and why wouldn't he be on the back straight? Your turn now to make some noise.
You're up there, boy.
Big job racing down here on the infield. What a job. We're going to grab a quick word.
Hey Reece, you knew it's Australian champion, mate. Well done.
I honestly don't believe it. I don't believe it.
Pretty impressive. And you were sent rear.
Oh, all on my own too. How bad's that? I know when we started 11th, Foley started 11th a few years ago, he won it. I know we could do it, but I didn't expect it from the back. But, oh my God, Kingaroy Speedway, loving it, mate.
Absolutely, mate. We'll let you get in there. We're going to come out to Victory Lane in the pit. So saddle up. We'll get him up into Victory Lane. We'll get Jason Crowe.
Beautiful stuff. Looks good up in Victory Lane up here.
Sedan's Australia National Street Stock title here at the Lucas Oil Kingaroy Speedway, proudly brought to you by SRE this weekend, and we'd like to call up Andy Maxwell, who's representing SRE today. How about putting your hands together for SRE? They've sponsored the last couple. Thank you for being here, Andy. And we've got presentations for 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd and 1st, obviously. And helping with the presentations is the CEO of Speedway Sedans Australia in Greg Lind. Before we have the presentations, I want everyone to put their hands together for the South Burnett Speedway Club here at Kingaroy for an awesome national title. Thanks to everyone who has had anything to do with this, and it was also, as you might have guessed, our first attempt at live streaming, which had massive numbers. More than 2,200 turned up to watch the national final a moment ago. So street stock racing in Australia is alive and well, there's no doubt about that. Okay, in 5th place, in car number 54. The last 2 years he's been the runner-up. This year he was in 5th. Put your hands together for Brad McClure. Hi Brad, it was a pretty warm night. You started on the front row in the final. You were there for a while, but you went back in the field and then come back.
Yeah, I got to be honest, it was fatigue that got me. I mean, the heat of the weekend, I started the race, I was almost out of breath, just trying to keep my body temperature down. And obviously a young man's game now, I think. Keep those young blokes coming back to the front, so fair effort. Yeah, credit to all my sponsors and family and an extended family that has come and give me the support. Everyone at home watching, it's been an amazing event. Obviously the inaugural live streaming of a national title, so onwards and upwards from here for the SSA with the coverage. Everyone here, I reckon you got your money's worth tonight. Commiserations to Barry. Some people love him, some people hate him, but you got to admit he's a top driver, and just to have that happen so close to the finish, so bad luck Barry. All the other drivers, Reece, well done mate. The other place skidders, congratulations.
There we are, ladies and gentlemen, in 5th place, Brad McClure. In 4th place, the man who's made Hawaiian shirts fashionable again. In 1991, he won the national title. He had a 20-year break and he come back, and he's back in the top 5. Put your hands together for him. It's Mark Jennings. Well, we meet again. Not a bad performance.
No, it was not too bad actually. I went away pretty well at the start and felt, geez, I'm too old for this, but got a bit knocked around by a couple of young kids, got the rack taken out, and a bit of Armstrong. We never used to have power hook in the day, so tried to settle in a groove. The bottom one worked and the top was a bit, and we just a few dropped out, so we're pretty lucky. But yeah, there's a couple of young kids who are pretty keen and want a bit of bash and tumble, but that's stockies.
And next year will be in your home territory.
Yeah, Speedway City. I haven't raced there for a long time. The lady up there was a bit hard to deal with, but looking forward to going there in April in MJS and carving it up and see how we go next year.
Back in your day, it would have been Speedway Park.
No, it wasn't Rolly Park.
Few people you'd like to thank.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Reg and Kat and Patriot Motorsport team. They're so passionate. Without them, I wouldn't have a ride. All Reg's sponsors, there's Worth and Arnold's Fruit, and it's just heaps. Lucas Oil's come on board for the title, help us out, and there's just heaps there. I'm not sure of them all. So, but no, without that, I wouldn't have a ride. And next week we go to Toowoomba and then on to Gympie. So
there we are, ladies and gentlemen, in 4th place tonight. Put your hands together for Mark Jennings. In 3rd place, the Victorian champion, John Lodge. Come in, John. It was a pretty close run affair for the minor placings there in the last half dozen laps.
Oh, it was next level, wasn't it? I went to the low, went to the high. There's a little bit of tapping and that, but that last dive and just come off without any harm. So I thought I'd done well and got 3rd. So I'm happy with that. My first SSA Australian title, so it'll do. I'll be back, but.
I'm sure you will be. You had a pretty good weekend right the way through. You had a pretty good run in the final up until the last few laps. If you dropped out, there was only 3 to go when there was that last stoppage. You would have known that Anthony has just gone to the infield and you were in with a big chance.
Yeah, well, I did smell the smoke and I'm like, oh, here comes 3rd and then maybe 2nd. But at the end of the day, it's just what it is, and I'm speechless, you know.
A few people you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I would like to John Lodge Water Cartage. He's the man. Mum, and then we've got K's Beats, Dyno Tuning, Highway Ford, SRE Engines, and girlfriend, sister, brother-in-law, and all the people at home that are watching, cheering me on. No, they know who they are, but just thanks everyone, and Queensland track, it's still one of the best.
There we are, ladies and gentlemen, in 3rd place. Up on the podium, John. In 3rd, John Lodge. In 2nd place, another mean greenie car. In 2nd in the 74, Lenny Bates. Well, Lenny, you came here back in November and you were undefeated. You won all 3 heats in the feature. Yeah. Then you won the first heat last night, so you were 5 from 5, and you were right there in the thick of it all the way through the final, and you've come out with 2nd place in the national title.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I really can't. I would have been rapt to be undefeated, but I'm super rapt even 2nd.
A few people you'd like to thank. It was obviously a tough gig in those cars in the hot conditions.
First, I'd like to thank Reg. He lent me a couple of tyres tonight for the final because I was struggling otherwise. Good Guys Performance Centre. Smooth suspension, pristine panels, he's at home watching, and also I'd like to thank Anthony and all his crew giving me a hand over the weekend. And I'd like to thank Lisa, Emily and Dean, my son.
There we go, in 2nd place is Lenny Bates. Now, before we present the winner, this person doesn't know I'm about to do this. 4 years ago, there were no street stock in Queensland. One person had a bit of a vision to get street stock up into the northern states and make it truly national. I want Ryan Harris to come up because he was one of the instigators of street stock in Queensland, and he's got a lot to do with how this has got to be where it is today. How about putting your hands together for Ryan Harris? Come here. We had an awesome time all weekend, and this must mean a lot for you because, as I said 4 years ago, there were none. You were a pioneer, you're a mobile chicane many times out there on the track, and now you said last night you've left it to the professionals.
Yeah, that's right. This is unreal. Like, this is what it was all about. We went to Murray Bridge a heap of times and down there and saw street stock racing and went, that's cool. And someone said, you're an idiot if you want to go and race one of them, Rhino, if you've never raced before. But we did it, and SB0 was the first one we registered in Queensland, and there was Alan Nottage and Jared Ash as well. He was one, and Josh Arthur and heaps of other guys. There was 4 or 6 of us. I think we did 26 shows in the first year, just going to all these venues. And anyway, look what's happened. It's unreal.
Well, I'll let you read out the winner of the national title for this year.
Hey, we better make some noise. Unbelievable. Reese Heinrich!
You look a bit nervous.
Oh mate, I'm actually busting for the toilet. I think I took about 3 within 30 seconds before the race, and triple checked and quadruple checked, and I can't believe it. I hope someone's got a video, because this is just incredible. Dream come true.
Well, it was live streamed to millions of people around the world. Now, let's go back to lap 4. You spun out all by yourself and you were sent to the rear of the field. 36 laps later, you're the national champion.
Hey, all on my own too. How bad's that? Yeah. Lucky it happened at the start of the race, put it that way, because I seen we had only done 4 laps, and I knew at the start of the race. I just kept thinking, 11th. Foley started 11th a few years back, and he won it. We can do it. Then when I got sent rear, all on my own, Jamie and there's a couple other guys that have done it from the rear, nearly from the rear, and now we've done it. It's just incredible.
With 3 laps to go, you're sitting behind Anthony, you're rolling around, you would have seen the smoke that was coming out of the car. What were you thinking when he pulled off here on the back straight?
Yeah, the car wasn't sitting too good. I was a bit disappointed. I wanted to race clean with Barry. Mate, he's just an absolute idol. He's taught me so much. It was funny because we were making a joke in the pits. Barry, Batesy, me all lined up pitting with each other, and we made the joke 1, 2, 3, and we almost had it there with 3 laps. And I just can't believe it. I'm so lucky to be here. Locks and Tank and Drain, they got me here. I wasn't coming, and unfortunately I can't do the next 2. Just with work and money and that kind of thing. And to make this trip, it's just incredible. The family at home, my dad, he is just the biggest inspiration to me. He's got me where I am today, and my brothers and my girlfriend now, and all my family. It's huge. All my sponsors, Razzie, Squiggles. I mean, this car was just insane. Did what I wanted to do. Unfortunately, we rubbed a couple cars on the way past, and I'm sorry about that for them guys. And Kingaroy Speedway, it just from the very start this weekend, it was incredible. So I can't thank so many people. It's just incredible.
Did you see the white flag at the last lap?
Yeah, I did. I seen the checkers for the first time this weekend, I think. And oh God, I don't know what happened after that. I just went blank. So.
There we are, ladies and gentlemen. How about putting hands together for our new national champion in Reese Heinrich? And keep that applause going for the top 5. Brad McClure 5th, Mark Jennings 4th, John Lodge in 3rd place, Lenny Bates the runner-up, and our winner is Reese Heinrich. Once again, put your hands together for all 5 as they take the podium. And that does wrap up what has been an awesome weekend here at Kingaroy.